When you first log into Instant Video Wizard, you're taken to the Projects page. Projects are just an easy way to organize related videos together. Each project can have a name and optionally a description, and shows you the most recent created videos by using thumbnails. You can go straight to a video by clicking on its thumbnail, or you can click the videos icon to see all of the videos that are inside that particular project. Creating a new project is done by clicking the Create New Project button. You can give it a name and a description and click Create Project. Once your project is created, you can add videos to it by clicking the Videos button. To create a new video is as simple as clicking the Create New Video button and then selecting the shape of the video. You can select a landscape 16:9 video, which is the size that's used traditionally by YouTube and other videos. You can use a square video, which is used on social media sites such as Facebook and Instagram and works very well for those. And you can also create Facebook header videos, which is fantastic for really jazzing up your Facebook page. All you have to do to create a video is simply click on the shape that you want to create, and it will load the video editor and put you straight into the wizard. That brings us into the video editor. From the Wizard tab, we can give our video a title and paste our video script into this box. The script will automatically be broken up into slides for you. If you don't have a script, you can import one either from our database of articles with over 132,000 articles, or from Article Builder content, or by doing a product search at either Walmart or Amazon. Once you have a script, you can give your video some tags, which will get carried over whenever you upload the video to YouTube. You also select the base theme, which is the default background image, and make a few optional selections: a video style and color scheme, all of which can be previewed by clicking the Preview Video Styles button and by simply changing the color scheme and looking at the preview on the right. You can set the video font and choose the way you wish the text to be broken up into slides. If you want to watermark each slide, you can enter some watermark text here. You can add your own custom image keywords here, or you can leave this blank and just allow the system to auto-select the images from the text on the slide. If you wish to use our text-to-speech advanced technology, you choose the voice you want to use from this drop-down box. You can preview all the voices by clicking this box. You can also have the system highlight key phrases on the slides, and by checking this box, you can animate the slide text and the slide images, which is automatically selected if you choose any video style other than classic. Once you're ready, just click the Generate Slides button and your video will be created. This video will get you familiar with all of the tools available in the video editor. It's not intended as an exhaustive discussion of each tool, but as a general overview to give you an idea of how things work. After you create a new video using the wizard, you will be taken to the Slides tab, where all of the slides that have been generated will be shown. To modify a specific slide, you can double-click it. That will take you into the Edit tab for that slide. From there, you can make detailed modifications of each slide, which will be discussed in another video. You can add content to that slide using the tabs found at the left. The TH tab is where you select your theme, By clicking one of the themes, it will change the default background image for that slide if you don't already have an image or video clip uploaded to the slide. You can choose which images to add to the slide from the Images tab. You can add video clips from the Video tab. You can add Adobe After Effects intros and outros from the AE tab. You can choose the layout of your slide from the Layout tab, and you can see we have a variety of layouts available. There are also a number of effects you can apply to the images and the videos that you add to any slide. You can also add frames to a slide to frame the image or the video and make it more visually interesting. There are also effects you can apply to the audio of the slide. Once you have your slide finished and your video put together, you can go to the Preview tab. From there, you can watch the preview of the video before you click this button to render the video and either download it or upload the video to YouTube. Instant Video Wizard comes with dozens of pre-built themes for you to use in your videos. To change the theme, go to the TH tab and click on the theme that you'd like to use. You can also upload your own themes by clicking here or by dragging and dropping a file onto this box. You can add your favorite themes to your favorites for easy access later. Instant Video Wizard comes pre-built with hundreds of thousands of royalty-free stock images that you can add to your slides and videos. To do that, just go to the Images tab and enter the keywords that you want to search for and click the search button. If there are any available images matching your search, they'll be listed in a scrollable list. To add an image to the slide, simply click on it. To add that image into your favorites for easy access later, simply click the Add Image to Library icon here. You can access all of your favorites by clicking on the Favorites icon. To remove the image from the slide, click the Delete button. You can also upload your own images to the slide by clicking here or by dragging and dropping a file onto this box. Anytime you add text to a slide, Instant Video Wizard attempts to extract the most important keywords from that text and puts those keywords as a hyperlinked list on the Images tab. You can click that hyperlink to quickly search for images matching that keyword. Instant Video Wizard comes preloaded with more than 115,000 video clips that you can add to your slides and videos. You do that from the Videos tab. All you have to do is enter in the keywords that you want to find videos for and click the search button. If there are any matching videos, they will be shown in a scrollable list below. To preview the video clip before adding it to your slide, simply click on it. That will open up a preview, which will show the clip. If it's a clip you decide to use on your slide, click the Use Media button, and that clip will be immediately added to your slide. You can, of course, also upload your own video clips if you prefer by clicking on this link or by dragging and dropping the video file into this box. Instant Video Wizard automatically extracts the important keywords from the text on your slide and puts them in a hyperlinked list for easy searching. Simply click on the link to search for videos matching that keyword. You can also select from a variety of popular background categories such as abstract, business, and countdowns and add those clips to your video. To delete the video off of the slide, click the trash can button. You can also add a video that you'd like to reuse later into your favorites by clicking this icon. You can access your favorites library by clicking this button. If you prefer not to preview the video but just want to add it to your slide, you can click the plus icon. Instant Video Wizard comes preloaded with dozens of Adobe After Effects video clips that you can add to your slide. These video clips are very high-quality professional clips that add real flair to your videos. You can access these clips from the AE tab. To preview any clip, simply click on that clip. For instance, if we click that, it will show us the clip. If you would like to apply that clip to your slide, click Use Media. You will then be asked to customize the clip. For most clips, you can change the background color as well as the text color for each part of the text of the clip. You then enter in your own terms into the clip and click the Generate button. It will then send that to the server and render your clip, applying it to the slide. Once the After Effects clip has been rendered, you can preview it and make any changes to it that you wish using the editor. You can make a variety of adjustments to the look and feel of a slide from the Formatting tab. First, you can change the layout of the text on the slide from the Layout sub-tab. Simply click on the layout that you wish to use for the text on the slide. There are a variety of layouts available. You can also apply borders to the text from the Borders sub-tab. Simply click on the style of border you prefer, and that will format the text with that border. There are a variety of borders available. And finally, you can add animation to the slide. You can select which animation you prefer from the drop-down for the text. You can preview that animation, and if you like the animation, you can apply it to the slide by clicking Apply Animation. The animation will be immediately applied. There are two types of available animation. You can animate the text of the slide, and you can also animate the image or the video of the slide in the same way. These changes allow you to make a number of improvements to the look, feel, and professional polish of a slide. The video editor has dozens of special effects that you can apply to the slides. You can get to those effects by going to the Effects tab. The image effects apply filters to the slide image. To apply a filter, all you have to do is click that filter. You can also apply filters to videos. To see the available effects, just click the drop-down. When you find an effect that you like, which you can preview here, you can apply it to the video on the slide by clicking the plus button. That will re-render the slide using the special effect that you selected. Once it's done, you can preview it. If your slide has audio, you can also apply effects to the audio on the slide. And again, simply select the ones that you want to listen to, play the demonstration, and if you like it, you can apply it to the slide by clicking the plus button. You can also apply frames to the slide. There are currently about 100 frames available. by scrolling through the frames and finding one that you like and clicking on it. You can easily swap out the frames just by clicking. You can, of course, also upload your own frames by clicking here or dragging and dropping a transparent PNG file into this box. You can add the frames to your favorites for easy access and use later as well. Adding a watermark to your slides is very easy. Just go to the Watermark tab in the video editor. If you have an image watermark, you can click or drag and drop the file into this box, and that will upload your watermark to the slide. I have an image in my favorites library, so I'm going to click that and use that as an example. I'll just click my saved favorite, and it will apply that image as the watermark in the corner of the slide. You can change the location of the watermark using these selectors here. You can apply your watermark in any corner of the slide and also in the center of the top and the bottom. To delete an image watermark, click the trash can icon. You can also apply text watermarks by typing the watermark text into this box. You can change the color and click Update Slide. For visual interest, you can also set a background color and the level of opacity and update the slide again. To update all of the slides watermark, click the Update All Slides button. To update all slides except for the first and last slide in a video, click this checkbox. Instant Video Wizard comes pre-stocked with more than 100,000 royalty-free songs that you can apply to your videos. Finding music is easy. Just go to the Music tab and either enter in the keywords for the music and click the search button, or select from popular songs by genre. That will give you a scrollable list of songs which you can preview. If you want to add the song to your video, click the plus button. To save that song into your library for use again later, click the favorites icon. To access all of your favorites, click the favorites button. To delete the music from the video, click the delete button. You can also select the volume that the music should play during the video using this slider. In addition to setting the volume across the entire video, you can also set the volume on individual slides, which will be covered in detail in another video. To upload your own audio file, simply click here or drag and drop the file into this box. Your music will then be applied to the video, and you can adjust the volume for it as well. Rearranging the slides in a video is easy. Simply go to the Slides tab and click once on the slide that you would like to move. You can move the slide forward one position by clicking the up arrow, and you can move it back one position by clicking the down arrow. To preview your video, go to the Preview tab from the editor and click the play button. There are some effects that will not be shown in the preview, such as the transitions between the slides and gradual volume changes if you've configured those in your video. After previewing the video, to render and download it, simply click the Render and Download button. You'll be presented with a few options. You can add fade in and out transitions between the slides by checking this box. You can determine the duration of those transitions by making a selection from this box. And then you can click Render Video, which will produce an MP4 version of the video, which you can then download or upload to YouTube. Once your video has been rendered, you can download it by clicking this link here. You can also get a video link which will allow someone to preview the video for up to 24 hours by clicking this button. This is useful if you have clients who are going to review the video before purchasing. You can download the captions file that's automatically generated for the video by clicking this button. The captions file is very useful for adding captions to the videos you upload to YouTube. You can upload the video to YouTube by clicking the Upload to YouTube button. You can also download the audio for MP3s and the narration alone without the music for the video by clicking this button. The video editor has an easy and convenient way for you to keep track of all of the media and assets that you use in your videos called the Favorites Library. You can access this library anytime you see this icon. The icon is available on almost all of the tabs. You can add your own images, your own videos, your own watermark images, your own music, or any of those things that you find by searching the database available with Instant Video Wizard into your Favorites library. You can also add entire video slides into the library by clicking this button here. So if you have a slide that you routinely add to a number of videos, you can put the entire slide with all of its audio and settings into your library. The library is very simple to use. It comes with tabs for each of the types of content that you can save. And a simple click on any content from any tab will update the slide with that content. It's very easy to use. Every time you upload any of your own content, be it images or videos or music, you will be asked whether or not you want to add that content to your video library. When you add content to the video library, you can assign tags to it, which makes it very easy to filter and search for should your video library become large. From the editor, there are a number of simple things you can do to move around in your video. To navigate between the slides, you can click the arrow buttons. You can change the duration of a slide if it's a video clip by selecting the duration from that drop-down. You can hide the text on the slide using this icon and then show it again by clicking that icon again. You can flip an image using this button. See, that flips the image over, and flip it back by pressing the button again. You can play the audio on a slide using this button, and you can see that it tracks where you are in the audio in the waveform. You can add a new slide after the current slide you're looking at by clicking this button. You can add a new slide before the slide you're looking at using this button. You can delete a slide using the trash can icon. And you can save your video using the Save button. For video slides, if the slide has audio, you can track where in the video you are by clicking on the waveform. And I'll demonstrate that in just a second. So when you click, it shows you what's going on at that part of the video. You can see his eyes opening just a little bit towards the end. That makes it much easier to time the animations and other advanced features that we will cover in another video. You can reposition an image or video clip on the slide using the repositioning tool, which is this button here. We'll simply click that button, and that will add a zoom bar on top of the image or the video clip. We can zoom in to the desired level, click and hold on the background image, and move it into the position we want. Then click Done. That's all there is to it. The only difference with a video clip is that you can first adjust the clip to the time position that you want to use to gauge where you should zoom and how you should move the clip around. Otherwise, it is exactly the same. There are a few options available for adding audio to your slide, all of which are found from the microphone icon. We click that button and it presents us with our options. The first option, Generate Audio, will generate audio using text-to-speech technology. We click that button, we select the voice we wish to use to generate the audio, and whether we want to generate audio for this slide only, for all of the slides, or for all of the slides that don't already have audio on them. And then we click Generate Audio, and it's done. We can also record audio from our microphone with the Record from Mic button. Click that, we select the microphone we want to record from if we have more than one, and then we click the microphone icon. It will count down and then begin to record. When we're done recording the slide, we click Stop. We can navigate between the slides by clicking the arrow buttons, and the slide text is displayed on the audio recorder to make it easy for us to reference. We can also upload an MP3 file and use that audio for the slide. If we ever need to get rid of the audio on the slide, we can click Delete Audio. You can add video from your webcam to a slide using the video recorder icon here. We click that, and it will show us our webcam image here if you have your webcam turned on. You can go to the settings to decide which audio input you want to use, basically which microphone you're going to use, and which webcam or video recorder you're going to use. Most people only have one microphone and one webcam, so you may not even need to go into there at all to change anything. To start recording, you simply click the webcam button. It'll count down and then start to record. When you're done recording, you click Stop, and you'll be presented with a preview of what you recorded. If you decide you want to use that in your video, you click Use Video. Otherwise, you can click Cancel and try again if you desire. That's all there is to it. It's very simple to do. We have a number of ways to customize each slide, all of which are available in the Edit Slide Properties dialog, which we can click here. First of all, And this is important. We need to be able to change the text of the slide. So we do that from here. We can also change the text color by highlighting the portion of the text that we want to change and changing the color. For instance, by doing that, and then click Update, and it modifies the text. We can also add a drop shadow to the text by selecting the shadow color and how far away from the text we want to make the shadow in terms of pixels. For a nice effect, between 3 and 5 pixels usually looks pretty good. That gives the text some 3D effect. We can also change the font that we use. We have a number of fonts available, and you get a preview of what that font's going to look like right here. We can also have the slide animate the text, and we do that by selecting our text animation. There's a lot of them. They're pretty self-descriptive. Slide in from the left, slide in from the right, from the top, the bottom, slide out to the left, to the right, top, the bottom, and so on. I'll select slide in from the left and out to the right, and click Update. Now, in order to have that look right, because the slide is so short, I'm also going to increase the duration of the slide by changing that drop down. Give it a few seconds to load, and then I'll play it for you. Slides in, and it slides out. Makes for a nice effect. You can also fade the text in and out. So let's say I want the text to slide in from the left, but then fade out. We can do that as well. Again, we'll give it a few seconds. You can combine fading and animation to get some really nice effects. Slides in, fades out. You can also set how quickly those things happen by changing the animation speed. So if we want the text to slide in very quickly and fade out very quickly, we can do that. By experimenting with the different animations and animation speeds, you'll get a feel for how they all work and how visually interesting you can make all of the slides in your videos. Much quicker that time. We're not limited to just animating the text though. We can also animate that background image. There are a number of animations for that. Most of them are the same as the ones from the text. And again, by experimenting with them, you'll get a feel for how they work. You can also set the speed and fade in and fade out. Combining image and text animation makes for some nice, interesting slides. There we go. We're not limited to just one block of text though. Let me go ahead and remove the animations and demonstrate to you a couple of things. First, I'll change the layout to the top layout, and that will move the text. We can change the background color of that text using this drop down, and how see-through that is, or what its opacity is, by changing this drop down. You can see it changes the color around the text based on the layout. So if I went back and selected the cover layout, the background color is white for the whole thing. But I can change just how see-through that is by setting this value. If I set it to 20%, you'll be able to see through it more. If I set it to transparent, you won't see the background color at all. And I can go all the way up to where it's a solid color and you can't see the image behind it at all. The default is 50%. Okay, now let's move that text up to the top. A simple click and it does that. And let's add a second line of text. When we go to the Text To tab, we can have up to 10 sets of text. We're presented with the layout. So I'll select the bottom layout and say this text goes on the bottom. And then click Update. And now we have 2 pieces of text. The text can be independently animated so that, let's say we wanted this text to slide in from the left, and let's say that we wanted this text to slide in from the right. We can do that. They will animate independently. The animation speed is independent as well, so you could have one line of text slide in more quickly than the other. They can fade out independently, and so on. You can see this one was set to go quicker than this one. Watch that one more time. The top one is faster than the bottom because their speed is set independently. So this one is set to normal and this one to very fast. So by combining the text animation, text format, and image animation, you can create some very visually interesting slides that do a lot of really nice things. There's also some advanced features, which I will get into in another video. In addition to all of the normal slide properties, there are also some advanced properties that we can change using this icon. This icon is on each of the text blocks, and each text block has its own advanced settings independent of the others. So we click on that and we're presented with a number of options. First, on text number 1, you will see the narration text. If you want the text that gets spoken by the text-to-speech engine to be different from the text that's actually displayed on the slide, then put the text that you want the text-to-speech engine to speak here, whereas your slide text is here. So for instance, if the slide text says, click here, but you want the voice to say, click here to edit the slide text, you would have click here in this box, but click here to edit the slide text in this box. And that way, when you go and generate the audio, what it's going to generate is this text right here. You can also change the vertical alignment of the text. By default, the text appears in the center of whatever layout you've selected, but you can change that to top or bottom. Let me show you what that looks like. And that will move the text up to the top. In the case of other layouts, it moves it up as far as it can to the top part of that layout. So you can see it's up higher. We can also move it to the bottom and the default to the center. We can change the horizontal text layout. Center is default, left or right are the options. To move the text to the left or the right of that layout as well. Now by default, the system has the text sized so whatever text you put in fits best into the layout. But you can override that and have a specific font size by selecting the font size in the advanced settings. You can also tell the system when to start and stop the text animations for the text block by selecting the start and stop times here. So for instance, if I put some text animation on this text block, text number 1, and I want it to start 1 second after the slide starts, I can do that. So I'm going to set that to 1, and I'm going to select slide in from the left as my animation, and then update. That will take a couple of seconds to render, but I'm also going to increase the duration of the slide, otherwise you won't be able to see it. So I'll set it to 4 seconds. And after it renders, I'll play it and you'll see it will wait 1 second before the animation begins. There we go, it waited and then it animated at the 1 second mark. Watch again. 1 second and then animation. You can set when the animation starts, and for animations that support an ending, you can set when the animation ends as well. The fade in and fade out also use the text animation start and end. So let's say that I wanted to slide in from the left after 1 second, but then I wanted to fade out at 2.5 seconds. So the text won't be on there for very long. I'll click fade out and I'll set the fade speed to very fast and watch what happens. It will slide in after 1 second and then after 2.5 seconds it will fade out. By default, the ending animation time is the end of whatever the duration of the slide is, but you can override that. So wait 1 second, slides in, at 2.5 seconds it fades out. So you can time all those little details, all of those animations to happen whenever you want them to happen. You can also time the image and video animation in the same way. If you said animation for the image or the video, you can tell it when that should start and when that should end. Now let me give you an example of when this might be useful. So let's say we have a couple of points we're trying to make. This is point number 1, and on text 2, this is point number 2. I will also set that to the same layout, and I will set this to fade in at a specific time. Fade in at 2.5 seconds. Now I'll have it fade in very quickly. For the first one, it's set to fade out at 2.5 seconds. So that you're clear on this, the text is going to slide in after 1 second. That first text will fade out at 2.5 seconds, and then the second text will fade in at 2.5 seconds. Now, let's watch what that does. Give it a few seconds to render. Slides in, fades out, and then the next point fades in. That was pretty quick, so let's make one small change so you can see that a little better. I'm going to have this fade out at 2 and have the animation where the text slides in happen immediately. That way you'll get a better view of what's going on here. Slides rendering, and slides in immediately, fades out, and then the next point fades in. So you can time text to appear and disappear on the slide at various times in the slide's animation. All of those things make for some very controlled, visually interesting slides. They're completely optional. You do not have to use them. But for those power users who like to get things just so and add that much more polish to their videos, that is a great way to make that happen. In addition to the advanced slide settings that were just discussed, we can now also add a border to the slide. Now let me show you a little bit of background here. An easy way to add a border is to go to the Formatting tab and the Borders sub-tab and just click on one of the pre-formatted borders and use that. But we have fine-tuned advanced control over that border as well from the Advanced Slide Settings tab now. So we can choose the border color. I'll go ahead and make it red. The border size, the type of border, either a box, which covers all sides of the text, top, bottom, or top and bottom border. I'll go with box. We can set the opacity of the border, which normally is solid, which means you cannot see through the border to the background image at all. Or we can make it semi-transparent. I'll go ahead and make it semi-transparent at 70%, so you can see through it just a little bit. We can also set the color of the border shadow if we want it to have a shadow. I will set that color to, well, let's just leave it at black. And then set the offset. I'll make the offset 10 pixels. Click OK and update. And you'll see that we now have a boxed border and you can see that offset shadow. But let me go ahead and make it a little larger so you can see it a little better. I'll make the box size 10 pixels and I'll change the border color so it's a little bit more visible to a gray. Choose, OK, and update. So now you can see we have a semi-transparent red border and it has a shadow box that is offset from it 10 pixels. So when the pre-created and pre-configured borders are not enough, you can go to the advanced slide settings to make fine-tuned choices about the border and its shadow. The video editor allows you to sync the animations for your text blocks and your image blocks with the audio using a simple mechanism that I'll demonstrate to you now. Just so you can get some background here, I'm going to play this slide. It has an animation where it slides in immediately, and then at the end of the slide, the text fades out. We've done that by selecting slide in from the left as our text animation and fade out as our fade. Now, under other circumstances, we could set the animation time when we want that text to slide in and when we want the text to fade out in the advanced settings here by setting the start and end time of our animation to specific fractions of seconds. That's fine, but if we want to sync when that text slides into a specific moment when something gets spoken in the audio, a much easier way to do that is just to click on the waveform at that precise moment that we want the animation to happen, and then click the clock icon. That allows us to set the text block 1 animation. You can set the time for any of the text blocks. In this case, text block 1 is when we're animating. The text animation is the type, and we want to set the start time of that animation to this precise moment that I clicked on in the audio waveform, which the dialog tells us is exactly 2.56 seconds. Now that would have been very difficult for us to come up with on our own and gone into the advanced settings to set. This made it very easy. Click on the time, select our text block, select text animation, select start time, and click set time. Now, when it refreshes, you'll see that the text animation will happen at this precise moment that I clicked on the timeline. Let that render and then I'll play it for you. Here it comes. Right at that moment, the text animation began. Now, it's fading out at the very end, but let's say we wanted the text to fade out at this point when he stops speaking this particular section of audio. I can, again, click on the waveform wherever I want that fade out to begin for the text animation to end, and I'll click the clock, and this time I'll set the end time of text 1 text animation. end time. Click Start Time. Now the text will slide in at this point where I clicked the first time and will fade out at this point where I clicked the second time. Makes it much easier to sync your text animations with the audio on the slide. You don't have to figure out where those points in time are on your own. All you have to do is click on the audio waveform. So we'll play. Animation begins here, fades out here. That can be set for all of your text animations. All 10 text blocks support using this timer, as well as the image and video animation. You can make changes and additions to the images on your slides using the advanced image editor that's built into the video editor. We get to that by clicking the paintbrush icon. When we click that, it will open up the Pixie editor, which we can then use to make a lot of different changes. We can add text anywhere on the image that we want to. We can move that text around, change its color, choose the font, change the background. A lot of great options for that. We can draw directly onto the image using any of the paintbrushes that are available. We can apply a number of additional filters to the image and remove them as we see fit. We can draw shapes onto the image. A lot of different features that are available to us using this editor. All of the layers that we add are available here in the layers, and we can delete them if we want to. And there are also a lot of really cool and fun stickers which we can use to add to our image. Bubbles, thought bubbles, when you want to make it look like someone is speaking. And then of course you can add text into those bubbles. Stars, which have some really nice effects. Transportation, all the doodles that I just showed you. There are landmarks for various famous buildings and places. Beach, a variety of animals, and clouds, which clouds add some really nice effects. You can see they're transparent, so you can get a nice background to them. When you save, it will then update the image with your changes. And when you go back into the editor, even after leaving your video and coming back in, all of the layers will still be there so that everything can be adjusted and moved or changed as you see fit. You can see, very powerful but very easy way to make nice additions to the images of your slides. Rendering video is hard work for a computer. And even for the super servers that Instant Video Wizard runs on, sometimes it can take a few seconds to render a slide, especially if you have a lot of complex animations in that slide. By default, Instant Video Wizard will re-render the slide with every change you make. So if you go in and modify the text and click Update, or go in and modify the theme, it will automatically apply those changes and re-render the slide. If the slide is very complex and you have a number of changes to make to that slide, it can start to get a little time consuming. So to prevent that from happening, we can uncheck auto refresh. So say we need to change the theme and change the text and apply some effects to the image, we can uncheck auto refresh, do all of those things, and then come and recheck auto refresh and click the refresh button. That will re-render the slide only after we have applied all of the changes we want to make to the slide. So we only have to re-render it one time. One other thing we can do is we can set the render quality to preview quality. By default, the slide you see is the slide you will get in the final video whenever you render and download it. But that high quality video, that high quality slide takes longer to render. If you want to test out some changes first to see how they look and get an idea of how it's going to look, you can change from full quality to preview quality. When you do that, the preview quality is a little lower quality, it's a little lower resolution, but the slide renders typically up to twice as fast as full quality. So if you're testing out changes, it makes things move a lot more quickly. And when you go to render the slide to a video that you can download, it will automatically re-render any slide that's on preview quality into full quality first before generating the video for you to download. Those two things, using auto refresh by unchecking auto refresh anytime you have multiple changes to make to a slide, and then making those changes, rechecking auto refresh, and then clicking the refresh button, that makes things a lot quicker. Or making your changes in preview quality rather than full quality. Combine both of those things and you'll find that your slide rendering times are cut way down. For simple slides that don't have a lot of complex animation, neither of those things is necessary because, like I said, Instant Video Wizard runs on some very powerful servers, and so the slides get rendered pretty quick. But if you're making a lot of complex animations on a slide, those two things can save you a whole lot of time. In addition to videos, you can also make memes. To make a meme, the first thing we do is we go to our favorites library. Under the slides, the Slides tab has a sub-tab called Templates. Under Templates, there are a number of meme templates, both for traditional landscape videos and for square videos. We select one of those memes and choose Yes to replace the current slide with it. We can then modify the text, the image, the frame, anything about that meme, and download it to our computer using this button, or immediately share it to Facebook using the Share button. For finding images to use in memes, I recommend you search for the word crazy under the Images tab. There are a lot of zany, funny images that would work very well for memes. You can download your videos and also make animated GIFs from your videos from the video list of any project. You'll see if the video has been rendered and is available to download, the download icon here. Simply click on that icon and you'll be presented with a few options. You can download the video as an MP4 file, which is a standard video file that works at YouTube and a variety of other video distribution places. You can download the captions file, which is very useful for adding captions to your videos, especially at YouTube. You can download the audio only, not the video, but an MP3 of the audio, which includes all of the slide audio and the music. Or you can download only the narration of the slides in an MP3 file. In addition to those direct downloads, you can also create animated GIFs from your videos, which is very useful for creating thumbnails and adding them to social media for promotion. Simply click the GIF icon and it will show you the video. You can then scroll to the part of the video that you want to make the animated GIF out of, and you can tell the system how many seconds long you want that GIF to be. You then click the Download Animated GIF button. It will render that GIF and download it to your computer for use at social media sites and wherever else you see fit. Uploading your videos to YouTube is easy. Just go to the list of videos from the project and click the YouTube icon. Your video must already have been rendered before that icon will appear. Click on the icon and it will show you the list of all of your registered channels from YouTube. If you haven't registered a channel yet, click this icon and follow the prompts from YouTube to grant Instant Video Wizard permission to upload to your channel. Once that's done, you can then upload directly to YouTube, or you can schedule a live event at YouTube and allow Instant Video Wizard to stream your video at the moment that that live event will begin. We'll cover each one of those options. First, we'll cover doing a standard video upload. Once you click that icon, you'll be brought to the upload page, where you can make a few selections about the channel, the region, the language, the category, the title, description, the tags, the status, and the license. Instant Video Wizard automatically generates a variety of thumbnails. You can pick one of those to use as a thumbnail for your video, and then click the Upload to YouTube button. In just a few seconds, your video will be uploaded and available in your YouTube account. You can also create and schedule live events of your videos from the YouTube upload screen. Simply click this icon here that looks like a calendar. The live event page looks very similar to the YouTube upload page and has all of the same options with one addition. You also give it the date and the time that you want your video to be streamed live to YouTube. In addition to scheduling and creating that live event, Instant Video Wizard will also stream your video at the date and time specified to the live event. So anyone who has chosen to attend your live event will see your video streamed automatically. If you leave this box checked, the live event stream will be stopped as soon as the video has finished. If you uncheck that box, Instant Video Wizard will not stop the live event. This can be useful if you're going to attend your live event and answer questions or stream any additional media. To create the live event and have it scheduled and ready to be streamed, just click the Schedule Live Event button. You can clone videos to make copies of them and also move videos to another project from the listing of the videos in the project. To make a copy of a video, simply click this icon and then click the Clone It button. The video will be copied into the existing project and you will be brought into the video editor for that video. You can move a video to another project, making a copy of it by clicking the arrow icon and selecting the destination folder, and then clicking the Copy It button. A copy of that video will then be made in that additional project. To widen the reach and market of your videos, Instant Video Wizard can translate your video into a number of other languages. From the video listing in the projects, you can click this icon to translate your video. You select the language that the video was originally created in, the language you want to translate it to, and optionally, the voice that you would like the audio to be created in. Instant Video Wizard can create the text into audio using advanced text-to-speech technology. All you have to do then is click the Translate button. The video will automatically be translated, and if you opted for that, all of the audio will be created for the slides. Rather than creating videos from scratch, you can use one of the template videos provided in the Templates menu. They come in a variety of categories. To preview a video, click on it. You can watch the preview, and if you decide that it's a video you'd like to use, you have two options. You can click Download Video Now, which allows you to apply your own watermark text or image, and then render and download the video immediately. Or you can click the Import into Project button. Select the project you'd like to import the video into and click Import. That will create a copy of the template video, which you can then modify as you see fit. You can change the settings of your account from the My Account menu item. You can set your email address, your password, and you can also optionally revoke YouTube access, which will prevent Instant Video Wizard from being able to upload or schedule live events to your YouTube account. You can also adjust the theme of Instant Video Wizard, which changes the look and feel. Once you're done, just click Update. The theme adjustment is also available at all times from all pages using the menu item in the upper right-hand corner.